Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. I'm Serious JG, still Camp Phoenix. Remember, if I cut off suddenly, it's because somebody kind of poked through the door and wanted to know why I was making Wolfman Jack noises. And it's time for one of my less favorite videos, where we just sort of dungeon crawl. I much prefer just kind of wandering around doing stupid voices. But clearly, we have to actually play through the game to advance the plot, so I have more silly text to read and silly voices. And, grappling hook, anyone? You cannot, of course, make it here without the grappling hook. Because you get that... Didn't we get the grappling hook on, like, the previous dungeon? I'm pretty sure you needed it to get through that dungeon, so... You can probably barely hear the music because I'm, using my laptop, which doesn't have the best speakers in the world, but... Okay. Nothing seems to be coming from being down here. I remember these guys are kind of a pain in the butt, but I should be a little over-leveled. I mean, I was able to beat Gades, so I should be able to beat 3 wingers. But they have like an like a move that attacks all members of your party that I remember being kind of a dangerous. So it would behoove us to get rid of them quickly before they can use it. Before he can use it, since there's only one left, assuming it's a guy. Okay, well that was nice. Alright, so it is looking like, there's nothing here. However, this switch... It defaults to being in this position because, of course, we're able to cross the room to get to it. We see up here, it's also affecting those spikes. I'm thinking that when you get through that door... I have a hunch. I think I remember... But even if I can't remember, like, it just makes sense. I'm thinking you come through that door as opposed to coming through this door when you're exploring whatever other path there is. So those things, you're probably blocked from going further unless you deal with this. And the only way I can think of to deal with this is a bomb. This will let me... Wait a minute. Okay, I guess bombs don't affect switches. Never mind. That would be why this little piece of thing that he's standing on is there, so that we can do that. Okay, nothing special hidden under here. Although now I'm curious. Okay. There's no special reason to do that. It didn't unlock anything awesome. Sometimes you... Ugh, didn't mean to do that. Crap. Well, these guys I don't remember being dangerous. They're just an annoying little monster battle you gotta get through. With the aid of Fumi Punch, which is not enough to make it go quickly. So let's just pour all of our attacks into this thing and finish it off as fast as we can. Alright. Kind of a crappy dungeon you got here, Dora. It's overgrown with moss. There's like big scuzzy insects all over the place. I mean, this is like, is this where you live? Like, which is not your strong suit, eh? I'm an evil villain of wit and more wit. Anyway, here's the way through, so that's cool. Whole wit or half wit. Oh, son of a bitch. Now we just have to go back down there. It's making us revisit this area of dungeon twice. And here are some green clays. They are terrifying. Because they are clay, and clay is not supposed to be green. I guess just work with me, and there's one box. They seem to have really high physical damage resistance. I'm thinking you're supposed to hit them with, like, elemental attacks, but... You know, whatever. they're not really particularly dangerous. They're just kind of hard to kill without having stuff like a fire. Ooh, Fatal Punch. That might potentially have been fatal to somebody who's not Fumi, I guess. Glad they finished it off, because I would have kind of been annoyed if Maxim's big power attack hit that thing at that point. But, you know, it would have been my own fault. Now, let us save the game again, because the Lethal Sword, I believe, may be cursed. Let's see. Well, she can't use it as she could. The power of a deadly sword turned it to an actual sword. If she could, that would mean anyone could use it, pretty much. Because Tia's probably got the least weapons choices of anyone in the game, other than Lexus, who we'll be seeing later. And, weapons that anyone can equip that are really powerful tend to be cursed. Yeah, it's cursed, alright. So, do we have a curse lifter item? I don't believe we do. I'm used to having those because I've been playing a little bit in the Ancient Cave, where they're pretty commonplace. But, in fact, I'm going to load my game, and later on, we can equip it on Maxim when we're in town and can remove the curse, and then see if the uncursed version is effective. Curses don't work the same in this game as they did in the original Lufia, folks. General viewer, the original Lufia, if you equip a cursed item, it's cursed, and you can't take it off, and it does big damage to you. Or, you know, sometimes it's almost worth it. If a sword has really good attack power, and it damages you, you can just, like, suck it up and deal with the damage, I guess. But, if you use a curse lifting item to remove it, then it just comes off your character, and if you're foolish enough to equip it again, it's stuck on them, and you would thank you for the tackle attack. Fumi, Jelzy, whatever, that was very good. But yeah, if you use it again, then hey, guess what? You have to use another curse lifter. You know, you have to get the curse lifted again to get it off. Silly mistake. However, if you lift the curse on a cursed item in this game, it doesn't just allow you to de-equip it. It actually changes the item. Sometimes gives it an IP power. Cursed items tend to, in this game, if an item is cursed, it's, for whatever reason, it never has an IP power. If you see its item description, it will not include an IP power. It also changes the stats of the item. In at least one case, the mirror known as the Dark Shield has very good stats as long as it remains cursed. There's a pattern to the stairs' madness. Trap them in a place from which they cannot flee. What? Zip. Alright. Alright, folks. So let's try to figure this one out. Down and it moves left. If we down, it moves left. Okay. What if we do it from above? It moves. Or if we do it from below, it moves right. If we move down into it, it goes left. If we move up into it, it goes right. If we go to it from the right, it goes down. If we go to it from the left, it goes up. I think you can see what we need to do here. It's not a coincidence that there's this piece sticking out here. But basically, if you keep sending it in this direction, it will flee back down. When it gets to that, it'll stop following its own rules and flee down if it can't flee, because it has to flee onto one of these spaces here. But apparently it can't flee through Maxim, and that's why this little spot is here. Can't flee from there. Alright. Somehow this room, it's just so big and plain, it just kind of makes me feel like there's a secret passage, but... Oh no, it's just that sand golem run up to you really quickly, and that's like terrifying stuff. Which one of the ladies did like really devastating damage to that thing? I wasn't paying attention. I think it was Tia. Doesn't she have like an aqua whip equipped? Hold on. She's got the cold rapier. She's got the aqua whip. I think the aqua whip was like devastating. Well, maybe not. No, it's Tia. It was Solana who did a lot of damage. I was giving Tia too much credit. I often do that. I was like, hey! I'm like, no, what do you care? You're not going to be in the game much longer. Don't worry about it. Poor Tia. I like the character of Tia for whatever reason. You know, she's even before they just showed her like equipped with a whip, which I thought was kind of amusing. Like, just a, like domestic girl who's trying to make a normal man out of Maxim was a sweet idea. That, excuse me. I don't know if I really made her an interesting character for you in the LP. If my efforts, I did anything to make her, you know, fun and memorable in this LP. Didn't have the Maxim going "shut up to you" or a lot like I did back in my Tecmo Secret of the Stars days. There was always "shut up, Tina." But I gotta miss her when she's gone. And that one weird scene where she was preparing phantom fish for Maxim, and it looked like they had a like a brief little hiney shot for some bizarre reason. Well, not that bizarre. I mean, we know the reason. It's titillation. 16-bit titillation, folks. Seriously, what is this room about? Is there something going on? I guess you can skip to here from the other side, but I don't think anything will come of me killing all those enemies. Okay. Skipping across these little doodads. Oh, hey! Capsule Monster Shaggy joins the party. It's Shaggy. Please give Shaggy a name. Flash. See, I don't get this. Why is he Shaggy and then he needs another name, which is Flash? Is he Flash Shaggy or Shaggy Flash? What is his first name and what's his last name? Anyway, folks, I'm going to start leveling him up because this ends up being the capsule monster I use the most anyway. So let's get Shaggy in the party. He has, what does he have? Spear Revive, which is like Ice Ball. You want an Ice Ball? Really? Those things are crap, but at least I think I can actually buy one at this point in the game, so I'll just wait until I can buy one before I start feeding you. Okay, and how do I get out of here now? I can't. These little things will move in the direction that the arrow points. And the reset spell, which really should have made me appear over there, makes me appear over here because they probably realize that they've made a puzzle that's totally buggered you. Now, I can already tell that that one over there to our left will be the hardest one to reach. In part because I've reached this one now. Alright, well this isn't really that complicated. There's a weird looking section of floor which would take 4 pillars to fill, and we've got 4 pillars, so let's see what happens when we push 4 pillars in here. This game's reminding me a bit of Brainlord now that I think about it. Brainlord was a SNES RPG that did a similar thing. Found Dragon Egg, where just lots of puzzles at you, which really didn't have a lot to do with fighting monsters. And the game didn't really make it like, it's not about the Sinistrals, folks. These puzzles. The Sinistrals did not put the dragon egg there to, like, you know, trick you or anything like that. It just kind of... Ah, shoot. How am I going to do this? No, this ain't going to work. I got to start over. Yeah, but the Sinistrals did not, like, set up this space so that you'll be forced to move stuff around. I mean, this is just... Sinistrals certainly didn't set up something where, oh, you got to put 4 pillars here and then you get a dragon egg. No. Sinistrals aren't really thinking that hard. Okay, totally buggered that. What am I doing here? This has got to be the one that gets up there eventually. It's the only one that's got enough movement options. Nothing else is going to move left and up to get us over to here. This thing cannot do it because it can't move left. None of these things can move up. Aren't I smart? Knew I'd get it eventually. Light up all the panels of the bomb. Somebody set up us the bomb. The robot bombo. That's the wrong thing. We've gone over our time. Alright, well, I'm going to call it a video and hope that I can squeeze in one more, maybe, before I got to stop for the evening. So, let's call it a video. When we come back, we're going to attempt to figure out Super Bomb Puzzle. This Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.